YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Crypto J coming at you guys with yet another J Talks Crypto. If you're brand new to my channel, hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification. I do my best each and every day to give you guys the top picks in cryptocurrency. Guys, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. I just wanted to talk about Trump coin because or MAGA, I guess, because we were talking about this coin just yesterday in just yesterday's video. We're up 23% in this coin, and this coin once again in the top trending cryptos, right up there. A lot of other coins seeing some gains today, as you guys can see. Pepe coin also making some big waves right now. I think this bad boy just hit a new all-time high, which is absolutely crazy. Yeah, as you guys can see, Pepe is just absolutely on the run, created a nice cup and handle, and the thing just looks like it's going to run. Now it's forming this nice little bull flag, so this is good. A lot of people were already posting yesterday about the breakout that was happening, and as you guys can see, it did broke out of resistance, and this thing's in price discovery mode, so we were absolutely early on this one. Up 473%. Shout out to all you guys that are holding Pepe right now. You guys are seeing some big gains. Let's talk about SHIB also. Let's talk about it, right? SHIB's starting to come down off a big price pump right now, and we talked about our need to hold this 20s range. We did hold it. We bounced off of it, right? But now look at this, guys. This is something we got to watch. This shoulder, head, shoulder. This could be a sign of some sell-off. We saw it happen right here. Shoulder, head, shoulder, and it created a better entry point. We might see some better entry points for SHIB. I still like SHIB, as you guys can see. It is trying right now, right? It could still break up and keep going up, but right now, if we start seeing some sell-off and this starts creating a head and shoulders, that's going to be a bearish pattern. And in my opinion, right here, look, shoulder, head, shoulder, dump, shoulder, head, shoulder. We could see a cheaper price on SHIB. Just completely being transparent again. Still like the project, but we can see a little dip, and that would be good, right? Because right now, Bitcoin's in an accumulation zone. So the fact that we're seeing a lot of other coins in accumulation zone, if anything, in my opinion, is just confirmation that these things are still getting good attention. Again, SHIB is still trending right now. A is still trending right now. A lot of these coins still trending right now, and Bitcoin trying to have a breakout. So let's see if we could have some positivity in this marketplace today. A lot of coins, yes, just off the last video that I posted yesterday, a lot of stuff was red, and the market's slowly turning green, and interest slowly piling back into the coins that it was already in. Volume, as you can see, in the last 24 hours for a project like SHIB, down 32%, which just means that a lot of people are probably just becoming a little more speculative about what's going on as far as the chart. As you guys can see, this Trump chart, though, 24-hour volume up 81%. Somebody asked me about the SHIB chart yesterday. They were like, how's this chart lacking in volume? I'm like, because we haven't yet broke out of resistance. Yeah, that's how it's lacking in volume. And sure enough, today we're down 32% in volume, and SHIB is looking like it needs some volume. So that's what I'm looking at with SHIB. Again, this is what I'm looking at with Trump, looking at some new all-time highs. Talks about, oh, look at that dip, though, 909. Wow. 910. Yeah. Ooh. This thing is definitely volatile. It could be creating like a nice little pullback here to see some new all-time highs, like a nice cup and handle. As you guys can see, this was a little mini cup and handle right here. It started breaking out, and again, it is in price discovery mode right now, but it looks like it wants to retest some lower resistance. So if you can catch this one on sale, in my opinion, it's still cheap. I do value this at least $500,000, and I'm just pulling that number out of nowhere, but I've seen projects get big. I like the fact that this is Trump and it's an election year, and the fact that this chart has just had volume since the beginning. People have been talking about this. It's slowly getting really big, and you're starting to see more forks of this project too. So usually when you get a project with a lot of interest, you'll start seeing a lot of forks of it, right? We saw it with Pepe coin, we saw it with SHIB. So many dog coins were released after that. Well, after this little MAGA token was released and did so well, a lot of other people were launching tokens like Joe Biden tokens and JFK and all this stuff. And this token has just been what has performed the best. You guys can see it's up in the past 7 days, 80%. In the past month, it's up 610%, guys. If you guys caught this last month when I was talking about it, congratulations, you're up 600%. If you were not already knowing about this because you weren't subscribed to the channel, I suggest that you subscribe to the channel, because We talk about hot trending cryptocurrencies here, and that's what you want to do. Oh wow, look, we talked about Flocky coin also, right? We talked about Flocky with the ship pump, and look, Flocky up today, 32%. Wow, guys, we just talked about this in the last video. If you see value in the stuff that I'm saying, please let me know in the comments below. 6:30 a.m. and I'm putting a lot of work into making sure that you guys are up to date and up to speed on the market and kind of just what to expect in the day. So if you see value in what I'm doing, let me know. Like I said in the comments below. Watching a lot of these also bigger coins, these blue chips right here, and I'm also looking for what's pumping as far as ecosystems, right? We're looking at Solana's ecosystem, a lot of different blockchains could indicate pumping could indicate that coins on that blockchain are pumping, like Phantom or Ethereum or Avalanche or Polygon, right? These are all DeFi projects, right? So if these things start pumping, that's what I'd be paying attention to. Also, Cosmos has its own ecosystem too. Of course, the big dog ecosystem is Ethereum. A lot of the coins that we talk about is built on Ethereum. So when people start buying more meme coins, Ethereum's going to pump. As Bitcoin pumps, Ethereum will pump because, again, people are buying meme coins. It's kind of how the game works, right? When Solana's pumping, it's usually meaning that a lot of people are buying Solana so that they can go get into Solana, things on the Solana blockchain like NFTs and stuff like that. So again, we're paying attention to this volume as far as what ecosystems are doing what, so that we can know what meme coins we should be looking at, right? If we should be looking at things on the Solana blockchain or things that, of course, that I like that are on the Ethereum blockchain. A lot of people ask me, Jay, how come you like the Ethereum blockchain so much? How come you don't like BNB, or how come you don't like Solana? How come we don't talk about those that much? And honestly, guys, it's because it, a lot of people say, the fees are so high on those blockchains. Why do you trade on those blockchains? The reason I trade on these on Ethereum is because the fee is so high. Is because I projects on the Binance Smart Chain, projects on Solana, they just tend to be more volatile because people can just sell whenever they want. They can panic sell. They're not worried about gas fees and stuff like that. When somebody has to worry about, dang, I gotta spend, $150 to get out of this trade, then it might discourage them from getting out of the trade. It's going to attract more skilled traders and stuff like that. So that's just my personal view on the Ethereum blockchain. But again, guys, there's things on the Solana blockchain that you can get in with next to nothing in gas, and you guys can make some great gains. That blockchain has a lot of great projects also. But yeah, that's pretty much an answer to that question, because that's a question that I get often. How could when you gonna talk about Solana blockchain, when you gonna talk about BNB? I don't like Binance Smart Chain. I'll just say that right now. We were around when this launched, right? If you've been in the game long enough, you remember when this coin used to cost like $1, and even less. I remember seeing this thing um, dirt cheap, and we watched this thing shoot up. We watched the whole Binance Smart Chain have a lot of pumps. And ever since then, I just feel like the Binance Smart Chain has just earned such a horrible reputation. It's notorious for having scams on their blockchain, and yeah, I don't like Binance Smart Chain. When somebody sends me a project that's on the Binance Smart Chain, it's automatically a red flag to me. I don't like it, and again, we had to go through cryptocurrency and go through when the Binance Smart Chain launched. It was amazing, right? Everybody was making a big deal. The gas prices are so low, things were pumping on it, and then one after another, everything started turning out to be like scams or like stuff like that. And so I just saw too many scams going on with BNB, and I didn't like it. I like Ethereum more. I know you could track transactions on both, but from what I've seen a lot of Binance Smart Chain projects. You guys know, because you guys ask me all the time, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And so many times on the Binance Smart Chain, guys, I've seen scams. And you guys know how to honeypots now. You know how to identify a rug pull. So those are things that you need to look at when you enter a contract always first, right? Even if you hear about something online, guys, you want to know what you're doing enough to go look at a contract and make sure the coin that you're getting in is not a scam. There's a lot of YouTubers that are talking about coins that they're not checking the contracts to make sure that These are fair trades, and they're getting into situations where they're going to lose money, and they're talking about it because they don't know how to check a contract, and then other people check it out, and then they lose money. So again, guys, always, 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 even if you're so sure on the project, check it anyway. Check it anyway. So um, always be up on the holders, always be watching transactions, be watching who are the whales in the transaction, be watching how many whales are in the transaction, be watching how many bots are in the transaction. In order to do that, you need a website like decktools.io. You guys don't use that website. I recommend that website. I don't recommend attaching your wallet to that website. I don't know them that well, but I do know that they can give you some live price action. I do know that they do point out a lot of coins that we've talked about on this channel, like Trump coin that's up 600% in the past month. So if you want to be early on projects like that, of course you got to be tuned into my channel. You should have already hit the subscribe button and that bell notification so you know about things like this when I talk about them early. But if not, guys, you also need to be plugged into Dex Tools because again, it's a great resource for you guys to have, and it's totally free. You can make a lot of money on there. You can find winning cryptocurrencies. It's not always going to be a home run, but if you're paying attention to the right things, you can catch a good trend. I do like to filter out the 7 day also on CoinMarketCap. I like to see what's doing well in the past 7 days and then how it's doing in the week. And that also helps me see, like, because I could kind of see the chart right here, kind of what's going on and if things are expected to break out or, you know, how the market's kind of feeling about the coin at the time of video. So this is a good thing that you guys want to do is pay attention to the 7 day chart. As you guys can see, some of these coins that we've talked about on the channel are up big. These are, look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, all that we've talked about on the channel. Also Theta 5, we talked about Theta also. Good, I was talking about Theta on this channel years ago. I was talking about Shiba on this channel years ago. I was talking about Flocky on this channel years ago. I was talking about Pepe on this channel last year. So if you guys were able to catch any dips on any of these projects, congratulations, guys. You deserve it. You guys were in the market when nobody wanted to be in the market, and you guys were plugged in, so you were able to get a cheaper price on this stuff. So shout out to you guys. We're going to keep watching this Bitcoin volatility. As you guys can see, Bitcoin is breaking to the upside right now, so we could possibly see some more positivity in the market, but we got to be careful, guys, because the future is unknown, and we're still in a lot of chop. As you guys can see with Bitcoin, we've really been floating in this range for the past 3 days now. It's just kind of just been a steady straight line. And as you guys can see, straight line right here for the past 3 days just of uncertainty. And as you guys can see on the 1 day, we're having a breakout, but it could be a fake also, or could be a breakout. So really in price discovery mode right now. We're trying to figure out the price of Bitcoin, and that is going to cause a lot of it's going to cause a lot of turbulence in the market, which is really what we're seeing. We're seeing Shiba go back down and test some of these lower lows. If Bitcoin does decide that it wants to have the sell-off that it's looking like it's going to have, what's that going to mean for SHIB? Look, we talked about the head and shoulders pattern that could play out, right? Shoulder, head, shoulder. Talked about seeing it right here. You guys are watching this in real time, so people say, oh, sometimes Crypto J just, he already makes his videos and then he makes the video late after it already pumped or after whatever happened, and I just want you guys to know that it's really 6:45 in the morning right now, and I'm really looking at these charts, and these things are playing out in real time right now. So again, Trump coin, hopefully starting to see some more positive price action. I would love to see this thing at 500,000 market cap. As you guys can see, the volume's there. This is what we want to see, right? We want to see 81% volume right now in a trade like this. This is a much better look right now, right? Also, look at Flocky. Flocky is, let's see, wait on this chart, up 30% today. Volume starting to decrease on it. But this thing, yeah, see, look, it's starting to see some sell off. But still, again, we talked about the fact that it's creating higher lows, right? This trade is creating a higher low. Every time it drops down, it's creating a higher low. And what does that mean? That means that this trade has volume. That means that it could still see more upside. And when you're looking at an all-time chart like this, a little bit of volatility is okay, right? Because we're looking at the macro scale, we're looking on longer time charts than just the 5 minute chart. But again, we do have to know what's going on with Bitcoin because some people are looking for good entry points, and so that's the reason why I kind of talk about that, because some people ain't in the trade yet and they're looking for good accumulation zones. So don't be panicked when I say, this coin could see a little bit sell off. We could say some test of some lower supports. The reason why I'm saying that, guys, is because I do think that we're in an accumulation zone with cryptocurrency and with Bitcoin itself. So, I'm not too scared about this right here. We talked about the fact that the weekend usually has sell off. We talked about the fact that the market usually moves on a Thursday. Not very common for our market to move on a Sunday to the up position. Also not common for our market to move on a Monday to the up position. So again, I'm also looking for a fake out in price with Bitcoin, but I'm not concerned because I'm still bullish on Bitcoin. I still do think that Bitcoin's going to rip to a new all-time high. So if anything, this is just a good opportunity for me to buy the dip and sell the chip, right? Of course, we always want to make sure that we're taking profit also, right? I can't tell you when to sell. I'm not going to tell you when to sell. I'm not going to tell you what to buy. I'm just going to talk about things that are trending, things that everybody kind of has their eye on. If you decide to get on that project, that's up to you. That's based off your research, not off of something that I told you to do. And you also need to have a plan when you get into that trade. You need to be like, okay, I'm buying at this, and I'm going to take profit at this. I'm looking to make this much money in this trade. Don't sit in a trade and if you're in a coin that probably is not going to have a future, things that are very uncertain, don't have a clear roadmap and stuff like that. Don't sit in a project like that and wait for that thing to take off again. If you already made like solid gains on that project, take your money out, find another project with a good entry point. Pull your profit out maybe and let the rest run. Whatever you got to do, but guys, make sure that you're securing the bag. Make sure that when you're seeing a gain that you're taking some money off the table, that you're paying yourself, and that's going to give you a lot more peace of mind too, because again, you're going to just be working with profit. So whether you decide to take profit during times of turbulence or not, it's kind of up to you. But as you guys can see, Bitcoin up 20% in the past 7 days. Wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing a little bit of a pullback with Bitcoin. Again, that's a lot for Bitcoin to be up, and so if Bitcoin does decide it wants to pull back, I wouldn't be completely shocked. I would be completely happy. I think a lot of people should be happy if Bitcoin decides it wants to pull back and create better prices in the marketplace. Um, and now is not a time to be paper handsing out of out of things. I just want to point that out too. And I'm not talking about like any projects that I'm talking that are on my channel. I just mean in general with cryptocurrency. Now is not the time to paper hands it. There's gonna be some volatility today, but the paper hands right now, they might get wrecked in the next coming month or the next coming couple weeks even. If Bitcoin decides it wants to take off, rip up to some new all-time highs, we might see some new all-time highs with a lot of coins, and that's gonna be very exciting. But the people that were dollar cost average, in my opinion, they're the winners in this situation. They're going to, I mean, historically, right? That's kind of how it played out. That's why I just think it's gonna play out that way. All I go by, guys, is the history of these charts, right? We look at the Bitcoin all-time logarithmic, and historically, it's been a good time to buy Bitcoin whenever it's on sale, right? So it looks like Bitcoin was on sale down here, but it looks like the sale might be ending. So definitely looks like an accumulation zone, right? This is definitely a clear accumulation zone. A lot of people expecting Bitcoin to go higher, including myself. But again, we know from being in this market for a long enough time that Bitcoin is not going to go straight up. It's not going to hit 80K overnight. We did see huge price action in the past couple weeks with Bitcoin. But even that, guys, you have to understand that with the faster it goes up, the faster it can go down. And, Bitcoin can see a correction. It can retest some lower lows. We've seen insane red candles. We watched this thing go from 61 to 57 over in like 30 minutes already. So again, the fact that it's at 62, we want to continue to keep seeing positivity with Bitcoin. But even if it does break down, guys, I'm not concerned because again, that 1 year chart is looking too sweet, and there's too many people with buy orders, right? Because every time that this Bitcoin dips or whatever, or SHIB dips, or some of these bigger coins dip that are on exchanges where you can have a buy order, buy or yeah, buy order. Buy orders are getting filled, and then that price is kind of starting to hold support. So that's again what I'm looking for. I'm looking for projects that are holding support because that means buy orders getting filled. That means I'm looking for volume in the project. That means people are buying and selling the project. And those are things that I want to look for. I don't want to be in a coin like I'll tell you one coin that I used to love so much is Chainlink. I love Chainlink. Chainlink has amazing utility, but you know what, guys? Chainlink has been trading between $10 and $20 for the past 6 years. And even though I love Chainlink so much, even though it has so much utility, even though it holds a lot of these blockchains together, I just don't want to be in a coin that doesn't have any volume, guys, because the whole point of cryptocurrency, the whole point of the whole meme coin rush is to be on low cap projects to make a lot of money. And again, even though I love Chainlink so much, it's sitting at a $12 billion market cap, and people just don't understand it. Like people will buy a dog coin under over something like Cardano or Avalanche or Tron or any. I mean, I shouldn't use Tron. Tron's a horrible project, but Polygon or a lot of these other projects, just because they don't really understand cryptocurrency. They just understand, oh, my friend got rich off of Doge. My friend got rich off the SHIB. I want to be on the next meme coin. I want to be on the next little poo coin, and that's what they're shopping for. They're shopping for those poo coins, and I don't think it's a bad time to be shopping for poo coins, guys. I don't. If you want to make those, 100% gain, if you want to see things go up 200% in a day, you need to have at least a little bit of your money in that little meme market. But I wouldn't leverage heavily into those markets. Hold some Ethereum if anything. Like if you're looking for like a good big coin to have a lot of, I would be holding Ethereum and buying that on the dip, because again, if Bitcoin decides it wants to run, you're gonna need some Ethereum to get into some of these smaller cap projects. So I do have Ethereum. Ethereum is something that I keep in my wallet and that you want to be buying on the dip, because again, you know, it's going up. So, and it's necessary. You need it to get into trades. The better position that you have in Ethereum can, if the market decides to rush, you're gonna be able to get better positions in your project because you'll just have more ETH. And as you guys can see, ETH is looking like it could rip to a new all-time high as well, pretty soon, hopefully with Bitcoin. But as you guys can see, Bitcoin establishing definitely some clear dominance in the marketplace. Um, let's see, look, Bitcoin dominance 52%, ETH dominance 17%, right? So sometimes ETH is dominant, but usually Bitcoin's going to be dominant. And as you guys can see, Bitcoin is definitely dominant, right? Look at this price action. Look at this volume that we've seen with Bitcoin. It is dominating the marketplace right now, which is good. That's what we want. This is what we want. We want King Bit to do well so we can all do well, man. We want to see this look like this in a couple months, right? We want to be way up. So, but again, at the same time, might see some volatility before then. Might see a test of lower lows. Might see some fake outs. This might have been a fake out. We talked about the fact that again, the weekends usually has sell off. But we were seeing this thing pump earlier in the video. So again, hard to say, too early to say in my opinion, but definitely something to be watching if you're up at 6 in the morning. But yeah, let me know what coins you guys are watching. Also, I'm trying to rebuild my Instagram. If you guys like the content that you get, if you want to know what I'm looking at in real time, you got to follow me on IG at JTalksCrypto, because it's just easier for me to post screenshots. Again, I made a video last night at 11 p.m. and I made one at like 6:30 a.m. So I am working to give you guys more content, especially as these things are pumping. I know you guys want to be making some good swing trades or just finding better positions in projects that you're long on. So I'm going to keep giving you guys content. You keep supporting the channel, and I'll catch you next video. Peace.